All right, welcome everybody to our weekly video update. It is the week of Monday, December 14th. My name is Rebecca Morris. I'm the president and the founder of the Arizona Builders Exchange. And what we're doing with these weekly videos, we're just trying to bring forward some business opportunities to Arizona design and construction firms, kind of tell you what we've been working on for the past week and give you a heads up on things we see happening in the market. So with that, I'd like to invite our experts to participate. First up, Kristin Amato, our senior public side researcher. What do you see going on in the market? Can you give us a few active solicitations you've come across recently?
Yes, indeed. The first one on my list today is with the City of Scottsdale. They are requesting RFQs for CMAR services for the replacement of aging infrastructure and improvements to public and event space at the Scottsdale Civic Center Plaza. So this project will include upgrades to the utility infrastructure, grading and drainage, hardscape and landscape, as well as structural elements such as retaining walls, pedestrian walkways, stages, and restroom facilities. There is not a pre-submittal meeting scheduled for this solicitation, but those RFQs are going to be due in early January. Rytop Powell and Associates is the design firm for this project, and then the estimated construction costs are $18.5 million on this one. The next one on my list is with the City of Glendale. They are requesting IFBs for the Glendale Avenue reconstruction project from 99th Avenue to El Mirage Road. This project is going to reconstruct the existing pavement, install new sidewalks, ADA compliant driveways, traffic signal modifications, etc. The utilities portion of this work is actually being performed by Hayden Building Corps. So this portion is just for the roadway. And this particular portion of the project is estimated to cost $13 million. There is a virtual pre-submittal meeting scheduled for later this week, and then those IFBs are going to be due in mid-January. And the design firm on this project is Kimley Horn and Associates. And then the last one on my list is another Scottsdale project, but this one is actually with Scottsdale Unified School District. They are requesting RFQs for CMAR services for the Kiva Elementary School Rebuild Remodel project. So this project will be either a full campus renovation, a complete campus rebuild, or some kind of combination of the both. The project budget is $18.5 million. However, the RFQ does state that the project budget is still pending final governing board approval, depending on which direction the project goes. There is a pre-submittal meeting scheduled for this week, and then those RFQs are also due in mid-January. The design firm on this particular project is Orcutt Winslow.
Excellent, thank you. Our other public side researcher, Amanda Murray. Can you tell us a few project updates you've gotten in the past week?
Yes, the first one I have is an award from the City of Mesa. It's for the Fiber Network Expansion Phase 2, which they have a $5.7 million budget. They just awarded CS Construction for the pre-construction services, and then eventually for the rest of the construction. Then the next one I have is for the City of Phoenix, the 24th Street Water Treatment Plant Rehabilitation. They have a $36.2 million budget, and they are planning on procuring design services in the first quarter of 2021. And then I have the I-17 widening and the I-10 split in 19th Avenue. It's a big project. It's $55 million to $65 million is the valuation that we have. Design is underway. Completion isn't expected until summer of 2022, and they don't expect to advertise for construction until fall of 2023. But I know it's a big project, so anybody want to plan early for it? And
absolutely. Yeah, those ones take a long time to plan for. Yeah. So that's years in advance of our contractor selection. That's great. All right. Jeffrey, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
You always are, but I still feel the need to ask every single time. So thank you for joining us by phone. All right, I'm going to pull up project ID 3251. The new project that just hit our database. It's Aura Flagstaff. What can you tell me about this project?
Yeah, Aura Flagstaff is a multifamily project in Flagstaff located near South Lake Mary Road and I-17 in the Ponderosa Trails area. This one will entail 160 multifamily units in predominantly two-story buildings with units ranging up to 1,090 square feet in size and features prominent open and public space that intends to serve the residential area nearby. Trinsic Residential Group is both the developer and general contractor on this one, and they've contracted Orb Architecture for design. Construction on this one is very far out, though, expected to start Q4 of 2021, so about a year from now.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm going to move on 3253. Presidio in the Pines Multifamily. What can you tell me about this project?
So I'm going to assume that it's probably a tentative name, but the Presidio in the Pines Multifamily is a new multifamily development by Miramonte Homes located between Timber Sky and Presidio in the Pines, right there on West Route 66 and Woody Mountain Road. This one is going to be 39 units on 2.8 acres and will actually be 3 stories, so taller than the one I was just talking about, despite being far fewer units, ranging between 500 and 1,300 square feet in size. Miramonte Homes will perform their own work and has selected GLHN architects and engineers as the design team for the project. They have not announced when they're expecting the project to start, though.
Okay, perfect. So some great early notice on projects up in Flagstaff, both private projects. So thank you for those, Jeffrey.
Of
All
course.
right, Roger, other private side researcher, what kind of good project updates can you give for us today?
Yeah, so I got an update on a self-storage project in Tempe. It's called the Extra Space Self-Storage Facility at Agave Center. We have it valued at $6.3 million, and at full build-out, it's going to be 104,000 square feet. It's just a 3-story, 104,000 square feet self-storage facility. The owner and developer is WDP Partners, and the architect is Bruce Jordan Architects. We got a word a month ago that Kitchell was awarded this project and that they were planning to start construction sometime next year. But I just talked to the owner today, and the GC has actually changed. So now it's going to be AA builders, and they said that they're planning on starting construction next month, and it's going to be a 10-month build. So pretty quick project. Self-storage facilities usually get built pretty quick. The next one is the Glen 91 apartments. This is a $40 to $45 million 296 unit apartment complex in Glendale. It's going to be 351,000 square feet. HCW is the developer and owner, and they're working with H Design Group. We just got word that Chase Building Team was awarded this project, and they're planning on starting construction for this one in January of 2021 too. No word on the timeline necessarily, but it's a pretty big project. I'd say it'd probably take somewhere between 18 months to 2 years. And this is a part of the Glen 91 master plan, but HCW said that they're not involved. This is a 10-acre parcel zoned for multifamily, and then right next to it, they have a 7.5-acre parcel that's zoned for mixed use. HCW said that they're not involved with it, and neither is Chase Building Team, so no word on that one yet, but try to find some information on that in the future. And then the last one I got was pretty big news last week, the Phoenix Rising Soccer Stadium. This project was originally actually planned right across the street from our office on the Acamil 7, part of that master plan. But it turns out that's not where it's being built, apparently. So it's going to be built in the Gia River Indian Community Land, right south of Chandler. It's a $250 million project. It's just a new soccer complex. It's going to be able to seat 10,000 fans. We got word that the GC is going to be Wilming, and construction actually started in October, and it's going to be complete in May. And we don't know the architect yet. Gould Evans and Populous were both working on previous plans for the project in the past, but it doesn't look like they're involved anymore. The new architect is probably going to be Odell. They're listed all over the renderings, and they do a lot. It looks like they do a lot of sports complex and stadium projects across the U.S., across the world, actually. So it's probably going to be them on that one, but we're still waiting to confirm that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for those. All right, if you'd like information on any of the projects that we mentioned today or any of the services we offered, you can find all of our contact information and more on our website, azvex.com or data-bex.com. We do have our first event of 2021 planned for Friday, January 15th. That's our construction activity forecast event. So it's a pretty cool event where we actually give an outlook projection on all the different market sectors, and we do a statewide kind of overlook outlook projections on the state of the industry. So it should be a really good time. If you're a data nerd like most of us, we kind of go for it for a couple hours at a time. So pretty in-depth research, a lot of numbers, a lot of statistics, top players, and kind of market influences what's happening. So we hope to see you there. Again, if you'd like any more information, check out our websites. All of our contact information is listed there. And we hope to see you after the new year. We will not be doing a video for the next 2 weeks with all the holidays and all that madness happening. So thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next year.